You had mentioned in your testimony yesterday something about Vaseline. Was Vaseline something that figured into the sexual activity between yourself and your father?
Yes.
What specific type of the sexual activity did Vaseline figure into?
The actual sex.
Was Vaseline ever a part of the rough sex?
Only in respect to actual sex, but hardly ever.
What about with respect to certain implements? Was it ever used for that?
Yes, it was used rarely, but not very often.
And when was the last episode of actual sex between yourself and your father in California?
In May 1989.
Was there some rule or directive of your father's having to do with Vaseline?
Yes.
And what was that rule or directive?
But I was supposed to leave it in my room, and I wasn't supposed to remove it from there.
And how would it get into your room?
He brought it in very early in Pennington when I was 12 years old, and left it there. And I was told not to touch it again, and he did the same in California. He did the same in Princeton.
When you were living in Beverly Hills, was there a particular place in the room where he would keep the Vaseline?
Yes.
And where was that?
On my bed, there were a lot of shelves. On one of the shelves in my bed.
You've looked at the photograph that's up on the board on the top on the right.
Yes.
Is there a jar of Vaseline on a shelf on your bed in that photograph?
Yes.
Were there other places in the house where sexual activity between yourself and your father would occur?
Only one other place.
And where was that?
In the shower.